I'm Patrick Cappiello from Rebelle restaurant in New York City. Today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about Rosé. Everyone knows that summertime is Rosé time. It's light, crisp, refreshing, and perfect for a hot summer's afternoon. When it comes to Rosé, there's a lot of ways of making it and a lot of grapes that can go into the production of it. Basically, any red wine grape can be used to make a rosé wine. And the way that basic rosés are made is by pressing red grapes and removing the skins very quickly. A little bit of that skin contact will impart a little bit of that color, which will give the wine its rosy hue. Another method that producers use to make rosé wines is to take a white wine and add a little bit of red wine to the wine to give it its pink color. This is a common occurrence, especially in areas like Champagne. So there are great rosés made all over the world. But for me, three of the standout areas for rosé production are Champagne, where you find sparkling rosés, in the south of France in areas like Provence or Bandol, and in California along the north coast and central coast. One of my favorite Champagne producers that makes rosé wines is Fournet in the area of Vertu. 85% of the wine is made from Chardonnay, and they blend in 15% of Pinot Noir, which gives it the rosé color. It's a great example of a rich Champagne that's made with a red and a white grape. In the south of France, one of the regions that excels in rosé is an area known as Bandol. In Bandol, they grow a grape called Mourvèdre. And Mourvèdre, when it makes a red wine, is really rich, full-bodied, and spicy. But when they press the grapes in and remove the skins quickly, they get a really awesome rosé. Very fresh, very bright, also very spicy. It's a great example of a traditional producer making wines in the south of France. Lorenza is a family-run winery in Northern California. This is their rosé, which is made from a blend of several grapes: Grenache, Cinsault, Mourvèdre, and Carignan. It's a very traditional blend of grapes that you would find in France, but being done in California really, really well. Amazingly aromatic, very floral, very beautiful, a little bit of spice, and really light and crisp in flavor. So the glassware you choose for rosé, traditionally I would use a white wine glass. Rosé is essentially like a white wine. Definitely want to serve them chilled. In fact, most people like to really bury them in a bucket of ice, which I often don't encourage because you can reduce the aromatics of a wine when you make it too cold, but there's really nothing better than an ice cold bottle of rosé in the middle of a hot summer afternoon. Rosés can range in color. The wines that are a little darker in hue are wines that spend a little bit more time in contact with the skins, which give the wine a little bit more of a rich, fuller texture. When the color's lighter, it usually means the wine's gonna be a little lighter as well. Traditional rosés will usually smell a little bit spicy, a little bit floral. For me, this wine is like a lot of apricot, a little bit of white pepper, and some floral notes as well. So as far as food pairing goes, I think seafood is always a no-brainer, especially like raw bar, oysters, shellfish, that sort of stuff is always, always great. Pre-barbecue is what I always say about rosé. It's the thing that I wanna have while I'm getting ready to fire up the grill, and maybe even while I'm firing up the grill. When I'm looking for rosé for summertime, I look for ones that are light, crisp, and refreshing, more mineral driven, and definitely no sugar. That old school idea of white Zinfandel, thankfully, is gone by the wayside, especially for producers in California. It's great to see really traditional rosés being made all over the world. So as we've seen, rosé can be made in many different ways from many different places. But the one thing they all have in common is it's best to be enjoyed out of an ice bucket on a hot summer afternoon. I'm Patrick Cappiello from Playboy.com.
For a little texture, you know? And we also have some crispy parsley. Get that nice parsley flavor.
It's beautiful.
That's it, man.
All right, time to test the pairing.
Yeah, let's see how you did.
All right, let's